Hi everyone.
Hello.
It's us, your faves.
Back in the building.
You know what it is. Welcome back to another review of Did You See That? Where we review our favorite shows.
Sometimes not favorite.
Real.
Yeah.
Love the honesty. And yeah, we bring our reviews to you and you let us know what you think. So I guess now we've come to the end. My favorite show.
Shaka Illembe.
Ishaka Illembe iphelile.
Nisitshela ukuthi iphele kanjani. Wiseman gave us a show. He gave us a show as Zwide. Listen. Yeah, I'm sad that it's ending. Well, it's not ending, but we'll see. They've been renewed for a third and final season.
I'm glad it's final.
Which is great. Apparently, it will air next year, is what I saw online in the articles. So that at least it's not 2027 June again.
I'm glad.
Right?
I'm very glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much to unpack about what has happened.
So it's the aftermath.
Yeah. Also, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched, go watch.
Go watch.
Pause, go watch, and then come back and watch us.
Yeah. So yeah, we pick up where we left off, which is the Zwide and the Zulu kingdoms dealing with the aftermath of the initial battle that they had.
Hill.
Yes, the Goche Hill battle, and dealing with that aftermath, and Zwide obviously wanting revenge for the death of his sons. And he's also angry at Goloza because Goloza kept his premonition from himself. And so Goloza and his family's lives are
at
risk. And here comes Ntombazana with
fake news. Fake feathers. That was smart though.
But
remember, I was like to you, Asikabuloi, Kobozwide.
Asikabuloi.
It's so much. And I'm always just like, you guys have tried to use this witchcraft. Okay, yes, it worked in the case of
Dingiswayo,
Dingidaddy. It worked, right? But like with everything else, this thing has not worked for you, but it's something that you still
believe
in, one. And two, like, are you really an almighty or whatever king who his rightful destiny is to like lead this kingdom when you always need external buloi to like win your battles?
Which is interesting because the contrast to that is Shaka, who believes in strategy.
Yeah.
And we don't know if they never used Muti either. But it's interesting that how these two kingdoms have been positioned is in that way. And even in the narration of this last episode, Umkabai, which is played by Dawn Tandega King, when the Zwide were marching to battle, she says a line where she says, and there they were marching, having been, cleansed, bathed in the muti and the ntelezis that they needed to prepare for the battle, and it was like, yeah, they are literally like, hey, everybody was Ngapha Shaga's thinking about like the strategy of how we're going to defeat them on actual terrains on the ground and the battlefield. But I think the thing with like multi-witchcraft, I wouldn't say those are things that like are non-existent or they don't work. But I think an element of it is you believing that, you needing to believe that it will work.
It will work, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe some of that is, part of it is the manifestation of the belief.
Fair. But then it also makes me question, like, in terms of how heavily they believed and how much of the time in their belief it didn't work, that I'm like, you're still here? How's about we try some strategy? How's about we try, think through, this is somebody who you have heard from other kingdoms is coming for you guys one by one, and like you've heard how he's toppled kingdoms, and you still fine. You can use the witchcraft and everything. That's fine, but let's have some strategy to back it up. Also, just
But I mean, there were other things, I guess, that were markers that made them believe that they had Goloza, who was, I'll just say, the futures. And that may have not been like witchcraft, but it's like spirituality. So it's like, I've got a card in my back pocket, and things like that. But I think a part of it was even when Zwide was told that, when Skunyana marched to battle and told him that Goloza had a dream, and it's showing that all our brothers are gonna die. Zwide still wanted to march to battle.
And this is my thing.
A lot of him and a lot of him was him being hot-headed, which is why I was just like, it gets to a point, and Soshangane was like, it's getting to a point.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, this is not a thing.
So you are right on that end. Like, Zwide was very hot-headed, not strategic at all, tactical, and it led also to his demise.
Yeah, and then he was also selective about when he chooses to believe in this thing and when he chooses to just like
not
disregard it. And I'm like, okay.
And there was very little strategy. Also, you kind of see how like he just doesn't listen. Yeah. He's blinded. It was almost like he was blinded to the reality of things. And even when like Skunyana was telling him that, this person that was telling us to march to the forest is gone.
Also, that guy's fine.
Oh, Sissy, focus.
Okay. With the gap. Please, what's his name? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So even there, and then like he wasn't listening to Soshangane, his general. It was just like
the main person that you've put there to win this thing for you.
It's getting to a point because like you're now just not listening to your advisors, and you're just leading people into insanity. And I think that's when it just like Soshangane was like, you know what, I've had it.
And it just disintegrated. How amazing was that scene though between him and Zwide?
And they all followed Soshangane Chomi.
But even just the whole dialogue around, like, first of all, Mzili's daddy told him like, bro, there's nothing for you here. Go save yourself. But I also found that final scene between them, the conversation between them, so powerful, where Zwide was like, just kill me. And I was like, no, that would be the easiest thing to do. Like, in fact, the most painful thing you can do is to keep him alive, and strip you off of your kingdom and stuff. And I thought that was so powerful.
And even like in his final moments, you could see he was still in disbelief. He, to a point where even when Skunyana said we need to go submit to Ongwane, he still didn't want to.
He was like, no.
And it was just like, my brother, like, it's Kudungomo is dead.
But it's interesting though, right? Because it's also such a play on just power and like people who have held power for a very long time and not wanting to let that go,
and how blinded they can be,
and how blinded
by their own ambitions that they can't see what's in front of them,
even when things are disintegrating in front of you. And I thought that was such an interesting play on that theme, right? And just this idea of like ego and like, I'm not gonna go submit.
I also liked the dialogue between Soshangane and Mzilikazi because I think they see each other in ways that like they haven't been seen before. They were both technically to the Zwide kingdom outsiders, and I think that's what connected them initially, and even what was why they couldn't kill each other. And Mzilikazi was like, this man, you owe him nothing. You will never be his son. You will
also,
never.
The fight in the water was
so cinematic. It was so like artistic.
Yeah, my boy.
It was so artistic. Oh my goodness, my boy.
Yeah, that was lovely.
So yeah, that was it was a good dialogue.
It was a good dialogue. The other thing that stood out is when your faves, because you are my favorite lover girl,
Hletjiwe
and Skunyana, when he marches back, my boy, when he marches back and he's like, listen, I want you, but I don't have anything to offer you.
I am here to get my babe. Listen, that's my woman. That's my honey bunch.
My honey bunch.
I said, this man went from KwaZulu all the way to Eswatini for a hand.
To bring her back to nothing. But it's still love. It's still love, and we're here for the love.
No, to nothing. And you know
there's no kingdom.
It was so interesting because when I was watching this, I mean, I love Skunyana, you know, and I love his love story with Hletjiwe. And I was just like, oh, yeah, it's like, and like just how, and also like Anele, the guy who acts as him, like he portrays him in such sincerity. Like it's actually very beautiful to see him on screen. I was like, whoa, like this is our own very version of like write us a man the way men are written in Bridgerton.
Not Bridgerton.
No, because you fall in love with the men that Shonda, you know what I mean? And I was like, no, this is like our own very version here. You know, so
Zulu-fied Bridgerton.
So I loved it, and I was like, this is so romantic that like, yes, I trust and believe he'll do right by her. But then when he realized himself that like I have nothing, and he said, I set you free. Because he came to that realization that like I have nothing to offer you as a husband.
Yeah.
And I can't protect you right now.
Yeah.
And then Hletjiwe was like, I
said, girl.
I said, you know, like this is romantic on screen, but in the days that we live in today,
Hletjiwe, my
babe. You said you're going where, my boy? You going?
Where you going?
You going where, my boy?
My boy, the man said he's got nothing for you.
He said he has nothing for you, and you said I don't care.
That's my man, and I'm sticking beside him.
Sweet girl. And I feel like I can rightfully say this because I actually loved him. I loved him so much. It was a beautiful love story.
Oh my god!
But I was just like, in today's world and in today's setting, these would be questionable decisions.
Is just offering you his honor.
Honor is very little in meaning in today's society, hey?
Yeah, hey, sure. Life seemed a lot easier back then. Life seemed a lot easier because can you imagine a homie walking barefoot, my boy, to the lollies to be like, Knox, you my person.
Come now, my babe.
Come now, my babe. I don't have a kingdom,
but I've got my honor.
Oh my god.
We need to start.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But I love them so much.
I love them too.
I love them so much.
And I think they'll make it work. I mean, we don't know what history says, but I don't know what history says about them, but
let's just believe in the goodness of it.
Yeah, let's hope that they ride off into the sunset.
Amen.
And we'll see what happens in season 3. Hopefully that's still explored.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think this is the end of Zwide for me.
Fair.
Even historically, all Zulu did march to Ekudungomo, and that was the ending of the kingdom.
Okay.
Historically, I think that's when then they got absorbed into other kingdoms.
Okay.
So I don't think I think season 3 is now leading more towards like now
colonialism.
And the Brits, which is going to be very painful to watch.
It is going to be painful
because
when we decided to take a mirror
in exchange for land.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyways,
Shaka as a body of work
was stunning,
delicious, scrumptious.
And that final scene where he's like, and that final scene where he was like, and manje singozulu. And I was like, nah, this is empire. Like the uniting of everyone. And also I loved the play just around like Kwanobamba, which was the initial palace, to Kwabulawayo, and the contrast, right? How in size Kwanobamba was small. And then when you see Nandi walking into Kwabulawayo, it's majestic. Everything is big, everything is high ceiling. And I was like, it's also so symbolic of the journey of the Zulu nation, and how they then expanded into what Shaka's dream meant and looked like. And so we are then at the final shot where he has now united everyone. And he's like, kings and queens and everyone know that from today onwards, Singo Zulu, you know. And I thought that was really powerful and symbolic how they portrayed it. What was interesting to see though is as they were like, the camera was panning to like all his soldiers, and everyone was.
That man, I'm waiting for him.
Mopa did not look at Shaka.
I'm waiting.
Everybody looked at their king, and Mopa looked away, and I said, signs of a traitor. Signs of a traitor. Signs of a traitor.
Yeah.
Conning off.
But
yeah, I also think Liana's not dead.
I
think Liana is alive, my babes.
My babes, wow.
I'm serious.
Yo, that would be so spicy. Bomb Productions, if you guys do that.
Because like Shaka didn't see a body, did he?
He just heard that.
Neither did Mbopa see a body.
Okay, so what do you think happened there?
I think that whatever the potion they gave was maybe something to make it seem like she died. And
do you think Nandi is responsible?
I think Nandi has hidden her.
Oh.
And I think we'll probably find
her baby.
I think she's still alive. I think because when Shaka summoned the healer that gave Liana the medication, then he killed the Sangoma because he was saying that it is your fault because she had a painful death. People heard her screaming. And then the healer was like, it wasn't meant to make her die. It was just Imbiza that we use all the time for terminations. But then Shaka is about to kill this person. And then Nomgcoba runs to Nandi to tell her that the healer is with Shaka and he's going to execute this person because he feels like they are responsible for Liana's death. And you see a moment between Nomgcoba and Nandi where Nandi's like, okay, well, Nandi thinks, and then she's like, if he kills her, then it is what it is. And then Nomgcoba is almost like, ma, like, no, we have to do something. You know, almost as if we have to do something because there's a reason. There's something there. And I think it just felt like it's a thing that Nandi was like, well, it's a sacrifice we're gonna have to make. Unfortunately, the sacrifice is someone's life. But so they've left us with questions like, we didn't see a body. We didn't see
a burial. We didn't see anything.
Yeah, I think she's still alive. That's my theory for season 3.
Hectic. Let us know what your theories around her are, because that would be such a major plot twist.
Which makes sense because Shaka didn't want kids historically.
So, but he did have them, didn't he?
Well, that's a theory. We don't know if it's true. Some people say that he had kids, but he passed them off to his brother Mbande to raise.
Okay.
Some say he never had kids. So you just...
Homies have been deadbeats. Back then. Anyway, sorry, separate show, separate episode. It's just like, what? Not him passing on the babies.
Which is weird because it's like, Senza Ngakona didn't want you. And
and you're now repeating the same cycle. But also, like, and I guess this is a question that I constantly had with things like this, is that, did they genuinely think they are immortal? Because why wouldn't you want your lineage passed on?
I mean, I don't think every king thought that, because I mean, Zwide had, you could see for Zwide the loss was legacy.
Yeah,
you know. I think Shaka was just chummy. He was just like, you know what, ngize la emhlabeni to fulfill my destiny, my purpose. I'm not here to think about succession and legacy. Ngizofeza i-destiny yami.
And then Maufa, or is the thinking I'm not gonna die?
The thinking is whatever happens after me happens after me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When I die, this kingdom dies with me.
No, when I died, I would have solidified this kingdom.
Okay. To be run by who?
Aritzi
Anandaba, basically.
Haritzi, maybe his brothers.
Okay. Okay. Fair.
Which is so interesting because in today's society, like, there's so much conversation around like shaming people who don't want to have kids.
Girl, that's a whole other episode.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, what a brilliant production.
No, it was stunning.
Is there any way we can submit an Emmy for them? And also,
I actually don't know.
I need it to be on Netflix. Like, the world deserves to see this.
It does need to see it.
It deserves to see this. Because I don't know if you heard that there were rumors that this American producer, Anton Fuqua, was trying to do a Shaka Zulu.
It stays being
with Americans, and then there were some South Africans that were cast in it. I think like Cindy Hlatu was announced as one of the people, but the lead actor wasn't South African. I think he was like West African. And who was gonna play Shaka.
Oh, beloved. Is that in production? Like, is that a thing that's happening?
The network put it on pause. I don't know why, but it coincided around the time when this production was airing. They put it on pause. I don't know if it's still going to continue, but I'm sorry, that's a piece of work that we do not need to see. No. I said what I said.
You say what you say.
I said what I said. These are purely South Africans that have put their lives and bodies on the line. And like, what a brilliant production.
Yeah, we don't need a recreation after this.
This is the
recreation we need.
There's only one thing, Iswayo. Stop it. There's only we will only accept this one and the Henry Kele, the end.
Done. I haven't even seen the Henry Kele one. So
yeah, so we don't need a third.
Real.
Period.
Real. Let us know what your thoughts of this entire body of work. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you have not subscribed, do the right thing and subscribe to the channel so that we can bring you all of our reviews from all of some of our favorite shows and some of our not so favorite shows. But yeah, let us know what you guys thought, and yeah, see you next week.